An update now to breaking news as crews work to rescue two men still trapped in a mud-filled trench in Miami Township. Thanks for joining us tonight at 7. I'm Adrian Whitsett. This collapse turned deadly this afternoon, killing one man, sending dirt and that mud over the waist of the other two. Our Jay Shakur has been on the scene for hours now, talking with the chief there. And in our last report about 30 minutes ago, Jay, we were worried about a second collapse that had just happened.
That's right, Adrian. They were attempting to rescue one of the two surviving conscious crew members, workers here. They just did that actually right before we came on air. Less than 2 minutes ago, they did pull out one of those conscious victims in this trench. They just pulled them out and brought them towards EMS. Now, the other victim that is conscious, we believe, is still in that trench. In total, there were 3 victims in this tragic incident. The other man is dead. Crews were attempting to begin pulling these two survivors out, as I mentioned, but there was a collapse that stalled some of the rescue efforts. At least one of the conscious victims, we're told, is at least 15 to 20 feet below ground at this point. But those two who are conscious, one is rescued, one still remains inside the trench. We're told it took about 45 minutes before crews could even actively begin the rescue. Miami Township Fire was waiting for urban rescue and other resources to shore up the trench to prevent further collapse and begin pulling these 3 men out. Here's what Miami Township Fire Chief Dave Jeter said as he confirmed the tragic news about one of the victims.
One of the workers that witnessed the collapse was working with a shovel to try to dig debris from around 2 exposed victims. And at that point in time, we called additional resources in because we knew what was going on with the trench and that we would need some help. Oh, that's terrible.
They were called here around just before.
Now again, three men in this trench. One is dead. One was just pulled out of this trench, and one remains inside of this trench. Crews began the process of pulling these survivors out. Officials say they are going to shovel by shovel, so it's going to take a while to get inside this trench and make sure that there aren't any further collapse. Now, the 3 people were installing some kind of underground pipe when this all occurred. Again, shoring up that trench and going shovel by shovel is key here. They've got 1 victim out, waiting to get the other surviving conscious victim out. We're told those 2 living victims are following instructions. They are conscious, they are talking, waiting to get that other one out, as well as that deceased victim out that we were told it was completely covered in dirt. Adrian?
That is a positive update that one has been rescued at this point. Of course, they're going to continue to work to get that 3rd person out at this moment. We will check back in with Jay. Look for updates to this story on WCPO.com.